So yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Good afternoon and welcome once again to the Potters Resort International Arena for the Just Retirement World Indoor Bowls Championships 2016. It is Mixed Pairs Semi-Finals Day. Thank you very much. So without further ado, let's bring the players out onto the rink. First out, world ranked number 1, 2015 International Open Champion Nick Brett and his partner, British Isles Indoor Ladies Champion Alison Merrion, MBE. And now please welcome out world ranked number 3, reigning 6 times world indoor champion, Alex Marshall, MBE, and his partner, former British Isles singles champion, Julie Forrest. Thank you very much. It's over to the commentary box now. And in the commentary box is Janice Gower, and she's with Jamie Smith. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Sean, and welcome viewers to this afternoon's live YouTube coverage of the World Indoor Bowls Championship, sponsored by Just Retirement and hosted by the wonderful Potters Resort. And this is the first of the mixed pairs semi-finals. And as Sean just mentioned, I'm delighted to be joined in the commentary box by Australian qualifier Jamie Smith. Welcome to the commentary box, Jamie.
Thank you, Janice. It's been really good to get here, and it's fantastic to sit up in the commentary box and watch this fantastic game that's coming right up.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Just even looking at the 2 men lining up out there, you've got the current world champion playing against the world number 1. And these 2 ladies, well, the credentials go on for miles. They've both represented their country at the highest level, both got many, many titles. Bit of a loose opener there from Alison Merrion.
So who's your pick to win today?
I think this is an interesting one, really, Jamie. Alex Marshall and Julie Forrest, both Scottish, and they've been drawn together in this event, I think, for the last 3 years, and always just fallen at the semi-final hurdle or the round before. And this is the first time that Alison's played with Nick. She, of course, won the mixed pairs playing with Simon Skelton going back a couple of years. And don't forget, viewers, we are available on Twitter, Facebook and YouTube chat. And if you have any questions you would like to put to Jamie, please feel free to jot them down. And it's great to have one of the Australians in the commentary box. So now's your opportunity to ask an overseas qualifier any questions you'd like to put to us, preferably broadcastable ones.
Yep, bring them on and hopefully you can understand the accent.
1 minute.
But yeah, Janice, my pick today would be the red team. Had a pretty good roll up with Alison, and on one end she put 4 bowls within a mat width, so that's all within 30 centimetres. She's got to be one of the best ladies players on the tour for a very long time, as well as Nick. He's really upped his game for the last 3, 4, 5 years, so he's going to be real competition against the green team of Alex and Julie today.
Yes, Alison was very disappointed yesterday to lose the singles. And Julie lost her singles as well yesterday, so both only left in this tournament.
So really nothing left more to lose.
No.
Everything to gain.
Like I say, Alison's won out there on this rink. Well, Alex is playing a runner.
Nice firm. Got both. Oh,
Just got the connection on the jack a little bit full than he wanted. The joy of the pairs is that the players are microphoned up so you can hear what shot selection they're thinking about. Oh, it's left a lot of room there for Alex.
I think this is where he comes into his own, Alex. The open jack, 1 ball to go. I've seen him nail this shot plenty of times. You don't become 6-time world champion by missing these shots.
No, and some would consider at the moment he's arguably the best all-round player of this generation, indoors and out. You just proved you right there, Jamie.
I was having a chat earlier with Alex, and he got knighted recently, as everyone would know, and he said it was one of the most memorable times of his life.
Yes, Alex was awarded the MBE for services to bowls, as was Alison Merrion for services to bowls. She's from the little Channel Island called Guernsey. If you've never been to Guernsey before, it's well worth a visit. It's my annual holiday over there.
Oh, really?
I'll just give it a plug.
Yeah, Alison was saying from one end of the country to the other, it's about a 45-minute drive. Would that be correct?
That's right, yes. Very, very picturesque little island, but it always means for Alison to compete, she's got to fly.
Great opener by Julie. Yeah, Alison was saying the traffic is horrendous over here. It's virtually torture to get from the airport, as they're pretty used to short drives on the island.
Yes, and the very narrow roads. And a great bowl from Ali there.
Great reply.
Just to confirm the bowls that the players are playing with. Julie Forrest is part of the Henselite team and she plays with Tigers. Ali Merrion is part of the Drake's Pride team and she's currently playing with Drake's Pride professionals out there. Normally plays with fine lines, but finding the fine lines don't make it back to centre rink.
It is a very fine line to the jack.
Very good. No,
Yes, I
great
think
bowls,
we're in for
Alison.
I think we're in for a cracker here. The ladies have picked up the rink very early.
2 red.
4 bowls within 30 centimetres. Might be putting the men to shame.
Well, the 2 men out there are pretty quality players, Jamie.
Mm.
And just let you know what the boys are playing with out there. Nikki Brett plays with Henselite Tigers and Alex Marshall plays with Aero Grooves, which I believe you're playing with the Aero Groove. Most players seem to be going for a swingy bowl out there, Jamie.
Yeah, it's more the reliability of the ball coming back to the centre line. The rink changes pace different times of the day, so you want to... I mean, here's a great shot. He's cleared a few out there. He's still only 1 down, 1 to the red.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, just probably a bowl tighter than he wanted there. I'm sure Nick will just try and slot another bowl in. Yeah, we were saying to the viewers earlier, Jamie, different times of day when you play on the surface, it's different speeds, and also when you're going to match play. I don't know whether it's the atmospherics of the large crowd here at Potter's Resort, but it plays totally different again. think Alex will just be looking to draw second shot here. Doesn't want to drop a 2, with the possibility of Nick drawing for 3.
Just drifted a bit there. Still second. Very nice.
2 shots, Marion and Brett.
Now, Janice, I noticed no shot clock for the pairs.
Yes, we did have the question in the other day about why no shot clock for the pairs, and the reply from the powers that be, the WBT, was that the pairs was brought in because the crowd like a bit of interaction between the players, and if we actually played the shot clock, that tends to lose that element of the game. I find that myself I was talking to some members of the public at lunchtime. They were asking me whether I was affected by the crowds. And I said, no, actually, I like to play to the crowd. And with the shot clock, you tend to not have just quite the flexibility that you would have to chat to people in the audience. You've got to rush to play your ball.
Yeah. And it's an absolutely fantastic crowd that's come out today. I think the capacity crowd's about 1,250.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, there's not too many empty seats out there, so the crowd will be roaring soon.
Like you say, Jamie, I think this is going to settle into being a very good game. And Julie didn't like that bowl. I'm sure Julie's daughter,
1 red.
Alex, will be watching her mum with interest. And of course, over in the Channel Islands, I'll give a shout out to my very good friend and Ali Merrian's husband, Ian Merrian. Hope you're working hard on that kitchen. They're putting a new kitchen in at the house,
Oh,
so
okay.
you know he's probably just stopped off to just watch his wife play.
He's probably clocked off for the day and he's had his lunch, put the TV on, watching a great game.
We have had a question in, Jamie. It's probably one for me to answer. Has a woman ever skipped in the World Match Play mixed pairs here? Well, the answer is yes. It has been discussed amongst pairs before. I know many, many moons back when I played with Mark Royal, we discussed which way round to play because Mark's a lead and I normally skip, but I felt his experience on the rink was greater than mine at that time, so he skipped it. And I know Alison obviously is one of the most famous lady skips, but the actual pairing that the lady skipped was when Mervyn King played with your fellow country person, Karen Murphy, and Karen
Yes.
Murphy skipped the pairs.
Yes, Karen's just recently played a 500th, yes, that's 500 games for Australia. Absolutely amazing achievement.
And she's still only 18.
18 in about 56 months.
Karen was over here a number of times. I had the pleasure of playing with her in a charity game here. One of the most memorable games of bowls I've ever played, certainly. And certainly her last bowl, which, for those of you that haven't heard me say this before, Karen and I played Alex Marshall MBE and Paul Foster MBE in a charity game. I'd drawn shot at the last end. Alex ditched the jack to hold shot, and Karen Murphy drew within inches to take the girls the title of that year. And we raised a lot of money for some very good charities.
Very good opener from Alison. I think Karen's last time, back to Karen Murphy, her last time was in the mixed pairs with Ben Twist a couple of years ago.
Yeah, she actually qualified for the main pairs with Ben, yeah.
Oh, the main pairs.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was actually the main pairs. Because, of course, the main pairs and the main singles are actually open events. We have had a number of ladies over the years that have qualified. As you mentioned, Karen qualified in the pairs. Julie Forrest, the lady that's out there on the rink now, she qualified in the open singles and actually played against her partner out there, Alex Marshall, and Alex just beat her in the first round. So the qualifiers, the tough qualifiers to come through, Jamie.
Yeah, it's certainly a long journey for anyone to make it over here, and it's certainly well rewarding. The Potters venue has been absolutely amazing. It's got all that you could ever hope for a really good holiday. What's your favourite part about the venue apart from the bowls?
I think one of the things I really like about this as a venue is that the spectators and those wonderful people that support bowls, they actually get to mingle with the players, and it's one of the few places that you actually get that opportunity. You get the chance to ask questions, be amongst people.
Yeah, it's certainly a lot more relaxed atmosphere, wouldn't you say?
Yes, very much so.
Nicky missing his weight by less than half a foot there. Would have just carried him around that bowl to get the toucher. He's got one bowl to make up for it.
Yes, that's the hardest part about this two bowl pairs. I know there has been some conversation about it possibly becoming three bowl pairs. Just gives you that bit more of an opportunity.
Alex is really putting the pressure on now.
Great bowl there from Alex Marshall.
Asking a lot of questions from Nicky Brett. Will he have the answer?
What do you think he'll play here, Jamie? Bit of a runner?
Well, he's got to. There's not much else on. His line's pretty awesome. Jack should move. Nope. Very big end there for Julie and Alex.
Forrest and Marshall.
Yes, a count of three there. Gives them a 5-2 lead after 4 ends. Don't forget we play 2 sets of 9 ends, and if necessary a 3-end tie break. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, pop them over to us on Twitter, Facebook or the YouTube feed, and we'll try and get them answered for you. If either Jamie or I can't answer them, we'll find somebody that can. Nicole,
I actually have a question.
go on.
With the third end of the tie break, can you nominate to kill the end and replay it?
Yes, it's the only end of the entire game, so that's the 2 sets of 9 ends and the first 2 ends of the tie break. And you can nominate to kill it with all 4 bowls, but you're only allowed to kill it once.
It's the same as our qualifier over in Australia. In fact, my final game was against Barry Lester, and I nominated with my last bowl of the match to kill the end. It didn't kill, but my jack flew into the ditch with my bowl next to it. And so here I am.
And of
So it was
course,
a huge benefit.
the
having that
viewers
room.
know Barry. Barry was here last year.
Yeah, Barry grew a beard for charity. Actually, I think he raised about $5,000 to $6,000. So he's certainly a very good person, giving back to the sport and to others.
Well, this just needs to finish. It looks very good. You always say about smooth deliveries, and Alison's got one of the smoothest, but Julie really does throw the bowl out, but it's very, very consistent. And like I say, proved by how many titles she's won over the years.
One ring.
Of course, tomorrow morning, Jamie, you'll be out there yourself playing against world number 16, Mark Dawes.
Yeah, I expect a very tough game. Hopefully it's going to be competitive. Mark's only just recently broken into the 16, so it's his opportunity to gain a few more points. And it's also my opportunity to hold my head high and throw a few down. But yeah, it's going to be a great game. He's another youngish person in the sport. I think he's 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be both out to prove ourselves, and it'll be broadcast with the BBC cameras.
Yes, and also you'll be able to pick it up on YouTube, so if you can't get to a main TV, you can still catch all the action on the World Bowls Tour YouTube link. We're with you right through until the final.
Nikki looks a bit disappointed with that bowl.
Yes, at least these two will understand each other, both being Scottish. I had a smile the other day because Stuart Anderson joined me in the commentary box and he said we might need somebody to translate. He looks close here.
Well, he's playing the better hand here, Nikki. You can chuck it as wide as you like on that line, and it's always going to come back, so it's all about the weight control.
Well, if you can get to the jack, even sit the bowl down.
He's close.
Great effort by Nick Brett there.
He didn't try hard enough there, I think.
I'll let you tell him that later.
Shot, Forrest and Marion. Oh, sorry, Forrest and Marshall.
Yeah, a lot of great sportsmen say it's easy to get to the top, but it's another animal staying at the top, and Nicky certainly put his foot forward to be one of those animals.
Yeah, well, Nick came through the PBA process. He qualified, he got into the top 16, and then he's fought his way up to currently world number 1.
Traveling 29.5 metres.
Oof.
Yeah, there's the thump of Julie Forrest bowls.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly echoes out there on the wooden floor.
Yeah, you could hear it from up here.
Well,
I'm surprised she missed this jack here. If it was on the line, she probably would have got it. What a fantastic opener. Doesn't matter where you let him go.
oh, Ali's
He's gotta be
tender back on
consistent.
that. This is the hand, Jamie, we've noticed an awful lot, and I experienced it myself, is if you just not pure weight, it will drop short by about 2 feet to a yard.
Well, a lot of the players are saying there's two lines of that hand. You can throw it really wide, and it's actually a quicker line because of the tightness of the carpet out there. But you can get away with a little bit of a tighter line. But as you say, the weight control, you really got to be on your game. Otherwise, it's just going to duck across, and put you in all sort of frames of mind, and if you're not on mentally, it could really set you up for a bad game.
Well, she needs to run with this, I think, again.
That's nearly 2 shots.
Could be 2 bad bowls there from Ali. She won't be happy.
2 green.
With 4 ends to go, it doesn't give the red team much room to move, but Nikki's going to have to pull out a couple of special ones here.
Yeah, there's still a bit of room at the moment, but I'm sure Alex will be wanting to close this end down. Looks on a good line. All on his weight here. Next watching this. Again, looks very good track. Needs to start moving. Yeah.
Nikki
Great
Brett,
bowl.
open up the fridge and grab yourself a cold one.
I do like being in the commentary box with the Australians.
What a shot. I'd love to see you do them on the other hand now.
What, through the gap?
Oh, cold. Front toucher. I think Taddy's going to beat him to it though. He's going to have to come up with another gem.
Yeah, as Julie's just showing there with a hand, if he gets 2,
Did she knock that bowl over? That wasn't sitting like that before. I'm only kidding, folks. The bowl obviously fell over by itself.
it might have been the weight of the chalk.
Mm. Must be lead in that paint.
Well, if Alex gets to his own bowl, the red ball might go out the head. Well, he's got to be perfect weight with that line. Well, there's a chance for Nick here. Loads of room there for the world number 1.
He's running back to the mat, but doesn't have to worry. There's no shot clock. He can take his time now.
I think a lot of the players, we did talk about this once in a question and answer, because at the top level games now they're having to play under the shot clock. Even at club level, you tend to just keep that momentum going so that when you're going to the shot clock, you're not fazed by it.
Run all the way, Nick. Oof. Just a couple of
Right,
balls.
he nearly did what you asked, a front toucher off the other hand.
1 shot, Marion in red.
3 behind, 3 to play. The red team is still in this game. Definitely still in the set.
Yeah, it's all to play for. Sandra McLeish that's out there on the rink doing the marking. She of course got the Lifetime Achievement Award at the annual World Bowls Tour Awards last Saturday night. It was very an emotional night for Sandra. This is her last World Championships as one of the umpires. She decided at the beginning of this season that this would be her retirement year. She finishes, hangs up the tools of the trade for the WBT at Blackpool in March. But she did ask me before she went out on the rink today if I could just say a thank you on behalf of Sandra to all the wonderful kind messages she's had congratulating her on the lifetime achievement. It's been a very emotional time for her, but she'd just like to say thank you to everybody out there for all the wishes and the thank yous.
What a great shot by Julie Forrest. Not many are going to really beat that sort of bowl. But back onto Sandra, how many years did she put in?
Well, I think she's been, I don't know exactly, but I think she's been at least the 18 years that the World Championships have been here. But she felt that she's retired at work now in her full-time job, as most of the officials and players have got full-time jobs outside of bowls. She felt if she was going to retire at work, she'd retire from this, go out at the top. Hence why we have a couple of trialling markers and umpires to join the very strong WBT team here. Do you have full-time job outside of bowls, Jane? Or
Yeah, I work for a company called Woolworths back in Australia. Yeah.
Because I know it's the only place really where there are full-time bowler players.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, there's countless bowls coordinators / coaches / club managers, and they're all on a pretty good wage as well. There's also positions all around Australia, development offices, where they build and promote bowls. So they're trying to grow the game quicker than what it's dying in some areas. So they're doing a good job.
Yes, it's certainly. I came over there to the Commonwealth Games when it was in Melbourne, and it definitely is perceived over there as a professional game, whereas over in the UK and Europe you're still tending to have a full-time job. Nick Brett there's a plumber. He's a plumber by trade.
It's mainly because of the climate. We're allowed to get onto the greens 12 months a year, whereas over here you probably only have 4 to 5 months to really ply your trade.
Yes, I will add to that for all the Crown Greeners out there. Of course, Crown Green do play 12 months a year. We play in snow, frost, ice.
Oh, do you play crown bowls?
I did. I played my last season crown bowling about 6 seasons ago when I got into the top flight of the PBAs with the ladies, and also I got selected to play and represent my country. And because Crown Green do run 12 months a year, I felt I had to commit
This could be it here.
to the indoor game. This is close. Might have just given up.
Well, the 2 wins the set.
One conceded. From this angle it looks like the red bowl, but I think Alan Thornhill, the umpire, is being called on to let us know that red bowl is sat at an angle, so Sandra McLeish just put the chocks in.
So will Sandra be marking the final of the World Men's Singles?
I'll just correct you there, it's an open singles.
Oh, the open, yeah. Gender equality.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know she marked the final at Scotland, Scottish International Open, as obviously that was her last one on her home turf. I'm not sure what the order of play is for here. Steady hands Thornhill out there. Will let us know which bowl's shot.
2 shots
It's a
for
2.
Mr. Marshall.
Well, that makes this set very hard work now for Alison Merrion and Nick Brett. They're 5 behind with 2 ends to play. I think that was a crucial count of 2 there. 7th end for Foster and Marshall. The jacks certainly scoot across the surface out there. It's not easy to get the jack exactly to where you want it. We've seen a number of jacks thrown off the back of the rink. Jamie,
Wow.
have you had a chance to practice with the jack, or?
I did find that it wasn't as heavy as other indoor jacks, so it doesn't slow down as quick. And I can see why the jack goes into the ditch, but it's sort of no excuse. There's 3 metres from the ditch, which is huge. If you try and get to the tee, why would you miss by 3 metres? But anyway, It's definitely hard out there with 1,000 people right in front of you watching every single move you're doing. And of course, a little bit of adrenaline. Jack could just go flying, but they certainly make it look easy out there today.
Yeah, she's just dropped that short again on this backhand coming back towards the commentary position.
Yeah, just short with the first one about 6 times, but she's got the second set to rectify.
Yeah, I just really want to settle now. I mean, this set's still winnable. A 2 and a 3 would tie. 2 threes would win it. But it's going to be awfully difficult when you've got the 6 times world champion against you. I don't think she likes that either, Jamie.
Well, it's still rolling, but not much help for Nikki's drive.
Great view there of the packed crowd there. As you mentioned before, Jamie, I don't think there's many empty seats.
And the best thing is they're all awake still after a nice big lunch. Must be getting around nap time for...
They certainly feed us well here at Potter's Resort.
Oh, it's fantastic. I had a nice sweet and sour chicken on stir-fried noodles with some coleslaw on the side and bits and pieces of salad. If you want to come to a holiday in England, Potter's is the place to be.
I'm sure the offices and John Potter will be listening into that and be pleased for the plug. Thanks, Jamie.
Yep. I think they're on 65 acres.
Yeah, it's quite a big complex. There's a hotel as well as the bungalows, and they're all very, very nicely furnished.
Good shot, Nikki.
And we go right down to the seafront. It's a bit bracing down there at this time of year, but it's very pretty. And of course, there's holidays here for bowlers throughout the winter season, and it's very nicely designed for families during summer. And they make the best omelettes here. That's my opinion. Lunchtime is omelettes.
That's a great shot from Taddy Marshall there. He's really coming into his zone. I think he plays tomorrow, doesn't he?
Yes, he's the first game after the Open final of the men's pairs. Oh, I've said it there. Of the Open pairs. Yeah, tomorrow morning we've got Mark Dawes versus my co-commentator Jamie Smith, and then at 1 o'clock we've got the Open Pairs final, which is Darren Burnett and Stuart Anderson versus Ronnie Duncan and Colin Walker, and then directly after that Alex Marshall goes out there to defend his title against the Irish qualifier Gary Kelly. And if that isn't enough for you, the man on the mat now plays tomorrow night against English qualifier James Rippey. So some quality bowls coming up for us over the next few days. Now Nick, he has to get down to this jack, has to move it for 2.
One shot per set.
Very, very tough shot there for Nick. If you give him another 10, then he'd probably be missed 5 more times at least. Very tough front resting touch of the Taddy Marshall plonked on top of the jack.
Yeah, that means that the pairing of Julie Forrest and Alex Marshall MB take the opening set 9-3. Now your money was on the red team. They need to win this set to take us into a tie break.
On current form, they've got a lot of work to do, but the scores are 0-0. They score a good couple of numbers early. They're still in it.
How do you find the sets play?
It's a lot more strategic with your shots near the 7th end. You really got to count what's left and make every bowl count.
Bit of a disturbance in the crowd there.
Hope I wasn't talking too loud up here.
No, I think it's the BBC cameramen are just working on one of the cameras, and it's right in Alison's highlight. No, she's put a bowl down now. There's 3 or 4 people moving about there. Better to just take your time.
Most definitely recompose. Figure out what line you want to play and execute the weight. The weight is the most important factor on this rink. Without it, you will fail every single time.
Oh dear. I do hope the floor manager's sorting this one out now. This is a shame. It's always a shame for any players with a disturbance. I think Sandra McLeish is coming up to sort them out. Sandra'll sort it.
Guys, can I just ask you to stand still with the players on the mat ready to play, okay?
Nice one, Sandra.
The crowd is giving a cheering applause.
Well, the BBC give us absolutely great coverage in the final week on terrestrial TV, but they're disturbing one of the best players in the world on the mat. And Sandra McLeish nicely slapped the wrists. Ali's really struggling with this opening delivery. It is tough out there, Jamie. I found that myself yesterday. You practice it, but when you go out in match play, the atmospherics out there do seem to change the rink somewhat. And as you mentioned before, I think you've got to get the weights. The weight's the key out there.
You certainly can't criticise a bad bowl in this rink because it really shows up. You could be a tiny bit off and it just looks hopeless. But the players are trying their best out there and the crowd is fully supportive, wanting to see a great match. Alison's corrected it very well here. That's going to set up the rest of the end for Nikki.
Well, it's all on the pace of this again. Just left it short. That change of length, it might just shake up the Foster and Marshall partnership. It's whether Merrier and Brett can make the most of it. Mrs. Potter sat in the crowd. She loves her bowls. Oh, it's made another, I think.
Alex is opting for the backhand, float around the short bowls. Just ducking under. Close second.
I think if he'd have got onto the plant of Julie's bowls, it might have turned one of Julie's a bit closer. Opportunity for Nick here. I think Alex might have got second there. Again, just can't quite tell from the angles here. Ali's urging this on.
I'd love to see a full-hand drive to rip all those three bowls out. But Alex
In
is that good of a
fairness,
draw
it's
bowler.
there. It's possible.
Even the green under the jack, his bowl follow through, stay on. Wealth of opportunity here to really demoralise his opponent.
Yeah, I think if he gets the centre of the three red bowls, all the bowls do split out the head. Like I say, 3 down.
I think they may even have 2/4. That front green one of the two nearly beats that front red.
I think that's what they're just asking Sandra McLeish to confirm. Yeah, I think, like you say, Jamie, if they took all 3 bowls out.
I think Alex here will probably take his medicine and opt for the draw. Mainly because he'll probably use it later on in the game. He may not even need a drive for the rest of the game, but the draw, he's got plenty of them coming, so... Oh, he's going the shot. This will be good, folks.
This is the sort of shot that Alex Marshall has for his supper every night.
Oof. And it's 3 shots to the red, served up for dinner.
Yeah, that was a nice start when they've lost the first set. Ali was disturbed on the mat with the first bowl and would be disappointed that it was so far short. But at the end of the day, the pairing of Marion and Brett have picked up a 3. All the players get some great support from the families. So, Ali's mum and dad, Vic and Jill, are in the crowd, as is Nick's mum Mary.
And there's certainly a big shout out to our YouTube viewership. We're nearly hitting the 900 viewers.
That's not bad. We've been quite over the 1,000 a couple of times in the last week or so. Don't forget, while we've got Jamie with us, if you've got any questions we can put to him, we'll kindly do that for you. Say that Julie's mum's not too well at the moment. She's normally travels everywhere with Julie, but her mum and dad have stayed home, and Alex's wife will be probably joining us towards the back end of the week if her hubby does well. Diane's smiling face will be in the crowd, no doubt, by middle of the week.
That's a good correction by Julie there. Now, if you're leading for one of these 2 men here, Janice, what would be your main strategy going into the game for the men?
I think if you're leading in any 2-bowl pairs, the thought is to just try and get your 2 bowls in as close as you can. I think these 2-bowl pairs, it's a bit like singles but with 2 people. So the way I looked at it when I was delighted to have the honour of playing with David Gawley in the event, is just try and get your bowls as close as you can and let them play the shots that they want to play. I played with Alex in it a few years back, and I think he had the most unluckiest game ever. But no, it's lovely to get the opportunity to play with this quality of player. You get a chance to play with a legend of the game. It's something that you never forget.
Would you take the risk and try and move the jack for 3 or 4, Janice?
Well, his only danger really is if he played it and just popped his own bowl out the head. So it is an opportunity. He's just going for the draw, Jamie. This stage, as you mentioned before, you're drawing all the time to try and get to the jack, and that was oddly short for Alex. But it does get them on the card in the second set. Marion and Brett lead 3-1 after 2 ends. How many games did you actually have to play to qualify to get here? Or is that a hard question?
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah, I think the viewers out there they haven't been involved in PBA events before, qualifiers. It's a very, very hard qualifying process. Certainly in the European qualifiers and the Australian and New Zealand qualifiers, you're often having to play 5 games in a day.
Yeah, well, the Australian qualifier in Brisbane, Tweed Heads to be exact, is actually 16 games in 2 days. And we actually have a shorter game. It's 7 ends, so you could be really unlucky in a tight game. The extra 2 ends obviously levels out the skill, but if you drop a 3 in a 7 end set, your hopes are, obviously dwindling. So it's very cutthroat.
Yeah, I know one of the qualifiers, English qualifiers, Jamie Chesney, he won through in a couple of events and played, I think it was 23, 24 games, winning on the trot to get through. And like you say, 7 end sets. If you drop a 3 or a 4 early on, you're against the tide. Whereas at least when we get to the main TV events, and it's 9 end sets, you've got a little bit more recovery time. Well, Alison, can you drop back to this jack?
Needs to run.
Have you brought your own bowls with you, or are you opting for some of the pool bowls we have at the WBT?
I did contemplate bringing a set of bowls over, but the weight of it with the luggage would be just too heavy to cart around, and I would have brought over Revolutions, and as luck may have it, I'm going to the Grooves, so it would have been a complete waste. Maybe next time if I'm lucky to come over again.
Yes, the World Bowls Tour do carry a good pool of bowls here. All the manufacturers and all the different models. I do know you can get plenty of practice time out there. Find a bowl that you're happy with. All on his pace here.
Now for the viewers out there who may not have understood the Scottish accent, Teddy's trying to come around the red and beat the back green bowl for another shot. He's got the benefit of playing a little bit more weight to land the bowl and fall back. He doesn't need to be perfect. His line's looking pretty good. And it looks like he's just about to do it. Held out half a bowl there.
Yeah, Nicky might look to reach at this. They've got the back bowl. Doesn't want to take their own bowl out the head, but there is a chance here. Well, I think Nick might be trying to arrive at this. He won't, like I say, want to take his own bowl out, but there is an opportunity to trail the jack through. He's gone for it. It's a tough shot to play on here, Jamie, the timer.
Geez, he's got a good line. He's very close to the jack. Just not enough early bend.
One shot, Forrest and Marshall.
Just the one. but it was worth going for at that time. We've had a viewers questioning, Jamie, does your game plan change playing on this surface versus playing at home?
Oh, absolutely. Now, playing at home, we're playing on tiff dwarf greens. They run an average between 14 and 17 seconds. So with the type of bowls that we use, the grass is always around 4 to 5 feet maximum. So it's all about weight control and sort of setting up a trail or trailing the jack away. So we play a lot of tight running shots. The only open draw we have is either leading or skipping. The in-between positions, you're always trying to open up ahead or sit a bowl out. On this surface, you just can't do that. You've got a dead draw or just smack it. You can't really get away with a 6-foot shot, which makes it hard because if you're 4 feet over on a draw, there's no benefit whatsoever on this rink. You just can't use it because there's no 4-foot trail on it. Unless you want to risk the 1 in 10 chance, but
Yeah, I think that was just proved with Nicky's bowl there, and he's one of the most experienced players out there on the surface. That 6 foot or 2 yard on shot, it's very unforgiving out there.
yeah, well, you don't come to these events to play 1 out of 10 chance shots. Now, Julie's just drawn an absolutely fantastic shot there. It's going to take a lot of work from Nicky and Alison to convert this, but Alison really needs to be at least there, if not wide, because if Nicky plays the other hand, the jack's going to the right. Short and tight is probably the worst result you could hope for, but Nicky's just got a dead draw on. But the class of Alex, I think he's just going to put 2 in here and probably grab a 3, and we'll see what happens. But
Yes, Alison won't be happy with that. I gave her a Sunday name there. That'll make Ian chuckle at home. She'll be having a word in the office with herself over those 2 bowls.
we like to call it give yourself an uppercut.
Very good. That looks good here. Makes it back to centre.
And counts. Maybe it doesn't count, the green dot's only showing 1.
Yeah, it's hard to tell just from this angle though, Jamie, which...
Oh, it certainly might do now. He's moved that bowl further away. Alex will ask a question.
It is 2 green.
Nothing like a bit of comedy in bowls. Great to see.
That's certainly made them smile. That's the joy of the open pairs and the mixed pairs, the players being mic'd up. Might have just overplayed this. You wouldn't want to be short because Nick's got to try and get into this.
Not much on really apart from a dead draw, but
Well, if he draws to the bowl to the right hand side of your screen, the back bowl of Alex and Julie's, he might sit off that to get shot. He'd certainly get second there.
whoop.
Bit of a disturbance in the crowd again there.
I think someone dropped a packet of Mentos on the ground.
You could hear a pin drop. No, it's quite a nice crowd out there. Certainly love the bowls. Now, has Nick Brett drawn this? Looks good.
Oh, he's not up and over, he's crashing again. Great effort. He's only been off his touch by a tiny bit, and you can see the tiny bit is drew down.
Forrest and Marshall.
Well, that puts the pairing of Forrest and Marshall back in front. After 4 ends, they lead 4-3. They took the first set 9-3. So, to take us into a tie break, Marion and Brett have got to win this set.
So who's the other semi-final that's playing?
Length 29.5 meters.
Yeah, the second semi-final this afternoon is Darren Burnett and Catherine Rednall. They're playing against Paul Foster MBE and Rebecca Field. And that follows this game, and you'll still be able to pick that up on the live YouTube streaming.
Who's your pick for that game?
Well, I was beaten by Catherine and Darren, and they both played superbly. I didn't actually see the Paul Foster Rebecca Field game, but I believe they played very well, and Paul played some great conversion shots. So I'm going to say Darren and Catherine purely on the basis that they beat us.
And they're two of the best performed bowlers last year, weren't they? They both won the male and female respectively.
Nope.
Performance of the year last year. Oh, we were in 2016.
Yeah, Catherine won the ladies' title 2 years ago, and Darren won the men's title 2 years ago. We've got on a year since then.
Well,
I do understand, though, the current reigning champions are Alex Marshall in the Open and Laura Thomas in the ladies.
she's giving this a chance. Julie's all over the jack here. Oof, still one down to the red, but what a great reply.
Catherine just lost in the singles last night to Ireland's Cleaner Edie.
Yeah, that was a cracking game. I think that was the game of the day.
It was a very, very good game. I know for sure I helped Cleaner celebrate in the bar last night.
Yeah.
I've known Cleaner for a number of years. We've both played in the PBA tour for quite some time. In the early days there was only a handful of ladies would have a go at the PBA in the European qualifiers. And Cleaner, myself and Alison, we've been friends ever since.
No, if you ever want to take your game to the next level, the PBA is the perfect place to start. Worldwide, there's qualifiers everywhere, and it's just a whole complete different ball game to just your average social game or even pennants. It really tests you out to whether you can handle the pressure in a sets format. Indoor bowls, you just can't go wrong. There's no wind, no rain. It's all what you do with the bowl.
Yes, it's probably the purest version of the game. Like I say, we do play on a portable rink here, so it does have its own variances. The event after this is played at Blackpool Newton Hall, and that's actually played on their bona fide rink 2, which just happens to be the favourite rink of your opponent tomorrow morning, Mark Dawes, that's his home club.
Well, I'm glad we're not playing there then.
That's what I thought you might say.
No, anyone even makes it into the draw, they've got a lot of work to get there, and it's so rewarding getting even this far. I mean, the Potters Resort is treated as first class. It's a 5-star resort. You got heaps of things to do. I even tried archery for the first time this morning.
Really?
Yeah, I
How
won a
did
couple
that
of medals.
go? Won a couple of medals. Wow. Might have found your next sport then, Jamie.
Well, I retire happy.
We might have tipped that up for shot. Can't tell from this camera angle.
Well, Julie was high-fiving. There's got to be something good when Julie high-fives.
Yes, there's 10-pin bowling here. There's a lot of rinks here. There's 6 rinks outside of the International Arena at the Bowler's Bar, and also the 2 original rinks where it all started upstairs at Potters.
Yeah,
And there's
Jesus.
6 rinks under this portable rink. Is close, needs a connection. Oh, might have done enough.
What has he done?
Might have done enough.
Can you believe it? He's used 4 bowls, and he's... After all the dust has settled, it looks like it's going to be pretty close to the red.
Yes, Alan
Unfortunately, we
Thornhill
haven't top
being
down
called
camera.
on.
This could go down to the wire with 4 more ends to go. Getting the old school calipers out. Now over in Australia, I do believe there's a phone app that you put over the bowls and the jack, and it can actually tell you who's got shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it is 1 to the red. It's 4 all after 5.
I'll have a word with my producer that's sat behind us and see if he can get hold of this app. I know there's been various different lasers tried out, and the measuring equipment that conveyance people use to try to work out measures, but you can't beat the calipers.
And I've just checked our YouTube viewership. We're nearly up to 1,100 views, so we're nearly matching the venue. Share this on YouTube with your friends now. They can catch the last 3 ends and really pump the numbers up. The more exposure we get, obviously, helps everybody. You get a better broadcast, better game, better players, and the spectators love it. The atmosphere here is electric.
Yeah, that's very well said actually, Jamie. It's great that we're getting all these games now. It used to be in the olden days where we only got coverage when we went to BBC. YouTube now, it means you can watch every ball played. And also, some of your friends over in Australia, I'm sure they'll be seeing the repeat of your game, and they'll be able to get that at any point in time that they want on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll take this opportunity now to shout out to my partner at home, Beck, and our lovely 15-month-old daughter at home, Alison. I miss you lots, and I both love you very much, and can't wait to get home. That won't be for another week or so.
I was going to say, you'll be hoping that it might be another 7 days or so.
Oh, my flight out is the 25th, no matter what, so win or lose, I'm here for a great time and watch some really, really good bowls.
We've said this before about the Australian qualifiers and the New Zealand qualifiers. Some of even the European qualifiers only book as if they're possibly going to get beat in the first round, but certainly you come and give it your best shot, and you're wanting to win when you go out there.
Yeah, well, you can certainly understand them booking earlier flights home. A lot of people have the work commitments and families back home. They may not have enough holidays. But once you get on the rink and you understand how it works, I think anyone's a shot on this. It's not impossible to play on. A lot of the foreign qualifiers think they have a 1 in 10 chance. Realistically, everyone's got 2 arms and 2 legs. It's how well you can adapt and believe in yourself. So I definitely encourage anyone who qualifies to give it their best shot and try hard.
At the end of the day, we've already seen some of the seeds go out. We've seen Paul Foster out of the singles. Jason Greenslade, runner-up in Scotland, out the singles. Andy Thompson, one of the favourites here, out of the singles, as is John Price.
That's a lot of upsets.
Yeah, 4 of the seeds already.
All the betting networks would be quite happy with that, you would think.
Well, when
a lot
I
of
looked
people
at
will be backing the favourites on this rink.
Yeah, I looked at the odds just after Christmas before I set off down here, and Paul Foster was quite way out as the favourite, and he's taken a bashing in the first game here.
Geez, Nikki, you nearly got this. Oh, what a shot!
What a great result there.
Oh, maximum. What a shot.
That was very good. That was a
That's
Nick,
livened up the crowd.
that was a Nick Brett shot, that. Now,
That's his specialty.
what's Alex going to do in return? There is just the draw on, but you'll have to be absolutely bang on the length.
Grip and rip. Nothing to lose. They've won the first set. Could probably get 2 or 3 out of that. Get the front one, you probably nearly get 4 of them. Slice the jack, you make 1. Get the jack the other way, you're only 1 down. The draw's probably a bit skew-whiff, but Taddy Marshall, the world's best player in any shape of the game. I mean, we're really seeing a quality matchup with Nikki, the current PBA #1, against Alex. Oof. Tough lines ahead.
I'm not quite sure what the guys are discussing out there. It's a great close-up of the 2 Scottish performers. Like I say, Julie's possibly considered the best Scottish indoor player of the current generation, and Alex is the best all-round player of the current generation. Julie's actually just started representing Scotland outdoors as well. She's off to New Zealand in March.
Playing on the Cotula. I think Alex is going to go this.
Looks like he's planning on playing it down the forehand from the discussion there.
Yeah, it's very often said since the Commonwealth Games, Taddy's played the 2 best ever bowls in the semi-final to overcome and reach the final.
He certainly played well here last year in the final against Andy Thompson. It was certainly a masterclass in the game of bowls.
It's looking strong.
Here we go.
Good shot.
What a great shot. Got it perfectly. That's what he wanted.
He must have heard us up here.
I think he's woken the dog up in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there.
Well, the dog's been chewing on the Mentos for the last few minutes.
2 shots for Mr. Marshall.
Oof, this could be the advantage that could make the difference.
Yeah, Foster and Marshall lead 6-4 after 6 ends. They took the opening set. Just 3 ends left, two ahead. That was amazing. 2 bowls. The first one from Nick Brett to actually lay the 4, but then to see that taken away by Alex Marshall. Been a very good game all round this, Jamie.
Yeah, it certainly has there, Janice. I think they've played nearly every length apart from the minimum.
I was practicing with Julie the other day, and there's one area where there's a loose floorboard, and if she puts that delivery out onto that board, it certainly wakes the crowd up.
How many man hours does it take to build the rink?
It's built over 5 days. It's quite amazing to see it. I've never been at the event for the rink being built. I always arrive just in time for the commentary, but I'm always here for the takedown of the rink, and it literally is done overnight.
Slightly off. There's some good leading, folks.
One of our viewers this morning asked about is the carpet re-stretched between weeks? And of course the carpet and surface is actually laid before the stands, as far as the set is concerned, are put round. So if we were to try and stretch the carpet again, all the set would have to be taken away. So it's impossible to do that, but when you've got world-class players out there, they adjust to the change in the rink.
Now, do they steam clean the rink at all, or vacuum?
Yes, it's vacuumed. Hoovered every night.
Maybe a Dyson be too powerful for it. Rip all the fabric up.
Well, it's like a woven surface rather than a...
That's a great shot from Alex.
It's a good close-up to see what sort of surface it is. So it's almost like you're cleaning a hard floor. But we've got to hoover it because you get chalk off bowls and bits about. Well, track looks good.
Certainly now or never for the red team. They don't score
Short.
here, that's pretty much it. Down the match.
Yep, it's starting to go black for the Marion and Brett team. Nick really needs to do something with his next bowl. Or I think it might be curtains. As we would say up north, start the car. Julie wants this bowl to a foot and it looks almost perfect.
One would say she should have had a foot back on the dot. Well, I think if the bowl's actually resting on the dot and the jack goes there, it has to come a foot up. Is that the ruling, or where does the jack go?
If there's a bowl covering the respot, the jack goes as close as it can without touching the bowl to the centre line. We actually had that in Umpire's questions the other day, so I know the answer to that one. He's very close here.
Great effort.
They managed to cut that down to just one shot, but after
They lose
7
this,
ends,
it's
yeah,
all over.
yeah, three up with 2 ends to play in a set that Marion and Brett have got to win to take us into the tie-break. It means that they've got to score 4 shots in the next 2 ends. Trademark Julie Forrest delivery there.
I think that was the right thump. Looks coming in pretty good here. Could even have a bit of chalk on it by the end.
Well, it's
No.
close. It's not a bad start.
That's been really the game, I think. Julie's always had one a foot away or closer, and it's really put the red team on the back foot.
Yeah,
And on this
Allison
rink,
looks
it's very
closer
hard.
now.
Oh, it's a good shot. Still in it.
Yes, it's the same in the singles, really, Jamie. It's key to get one of your first two bowls very close. Puts all the pressure on your opponent if you can do that. That's not a bad place. Ali needs to really slot another bowl in the count here. Great height.
The length looks pretty reasonable. No, pulling up.
It's that backhand again coming back down here. Sometimes you put the bowl down, you think it's perfect. Pulls up by a couple of feet.
Nikki definitely needs to add here. One shot would just make it too tough going to the last end. A 3 off Taddy is near on impossible. Have to get it 2 to be realistic.
Well, if Alex can draw a shot here, it really would put Marion and Brett under an awful lot of pressure. He's close. He's
Well,
very close with this.
that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Great
I
bowl.
don't believe anyone can get 2 out of that.
Well, if anybody can, this man can. The one title is not one of the singles events is the World Championship. And who would bet against him this year? He looks close with this. Needs to get just to the bowl.
Wow. That is giving every shot for his last.
Yeah, he just really, if he'd have got the bowl solid there, he could have laid the 2 he needs. Alex quite rightly coming and having a look at this.
It'll only take another toucher from Alex to eliminate those 2 reds if he moves to the foot.
Yeah, if he just trails it to his own bowls.
Nick's still got a very tough shot on with his last.
Looks down a good track. Gets to the 2 red bowls. Yeah, very good. I'm not sure at all now how Brett works a miracle here.
While 1 shot isn't ideal, it is the minimum requirement to even play up this end. You might even have to just take the draw.
Yeah, I was thinking that they were looking at the angles to see if all 3 bowls went, or if they only need 2 of the green bowls away to get the other 2 red bowls to count. Whether they could get a 3 out of it, but I think the red bowl at the top of your screen possibly stops that shot. Like you say, Jamie, you might have to just opt for drawing to get shot. Well, decision's been made. Well, this bowl to stay in the World Indoor Bowls Championships mixed pairs.
Looks like he's on the right line. The crowd is cheering. Nikki Brett, open up the fridge and grab yourself a cold one. That was a bomb.
Well, it certainly keeps them in the game and takes us into the 9th end. They do need to score a 3.
You know, if Allison here can shake the cobwebs and nail 2, it's going to be an unbelievable finish.
Yeah, could be an exciting finish. If they could score 3 at this end, it would take us into a tie break.
Well, folks, we're up to 1,224 views on YouTube. Give yourself a pat on the back. We have nearly matched the venue capacity.
Yeah, thanks for all your support and listening in. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Don't forget the next semi-final comes up straight after this one. There's no game tonight because we have the PBA AGM at the venue. But then we start again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with a men's singles tie of Jamie Smith and Mark Dawes. Not a bad opener.
That is one of the best openers of the game. Certainly won't go astray.
I don't know whether that was 1 bump or 2.
Hopefully the floorboards haven't been splintered too much, but love to see her delivery on a drive. Probably be a little bit different.
Yes, it is. She does have a drive in her armoury. She skips for Scotland. She led for many, many years and then they promoted her to skip. Her experience certainly helps her rink. Oh, she didn't like that. There's still a lot of room there though for Alex to draw.
The door is open.
Nick really has got to count with this bowl.
I think he's going to play on the forehand, touch around the corner. I'll wait and see.
Yes, I still think scoring a 3 is a tough ask against Alex Marshall. They're definitely in the driving seat. If this doesn't count, then I think Brett and Marion will be in all sorts of bother.
You've
Looks
got
good
to
for
love
line.
the focus. That's 2 out of them.
That's made it, yeah, holding 2. I think Alex will just, well, he can draw either hand really, but he might opt to just draw down the backhand if he gets to the bowl of Alison Merrian's at the back.
He's certainly playing the back end quite well, but there's just too much percentage on the forehand.
Yeah, there's big chance of drawing shot down the forehand.
I think he's wide and heavy.
We might be quoting you on that in a minute, Jamie, when this comes to the jack. It's got second bowl, that's all he needs. It's wide and heavy. You say we never bowl a bad bowl up here, Jamie.
No, well, you know, not yet. He's only going to touch the jack or sit the green out. But
He's got it to do with this bowl. It's his last bowl of this end.
better Nicky than us playing it.
He's got to score a 3 out of this. Got to be holding 3 after this bowl. He's playing a
Ooh.
runner. Bit of a trundler. Looks on a great line. Looks on a good line.
A little bit.
Well, the
Unlucky
game's
there,
over.
but up against it.
So going into the final on Tuesday afternoon is Julie Forrest and Alex Marshall, MBE. And I'd like to just take this opportunity to thank Jamie Smith for joining me today and wish you all the best for the tournament.
Thanks for having us, guys.
And don't forget to stick around. The next match will be coming up very shortly this afternoon. Thanks so much for your company.
Ladies and gentlemen, give our gallant losers a round of applause.
Take care and have a good afternoon.
Yes. Look, stop back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next match, sorry, I don't know my words out. The next match is only about a minute away, so we'll ask you to start to take your seats as well. Just a reminder, can we have, I've just been reminded to ask you to actually, mobile phones, can we have them all switched off rather than on silent? If you just switch them off, just in case the players can catch the glare of the screen in the corner of their eyes, okay? If you're on it, okay? So can you switch your mobile phones off? Or don't use them, basically. That's it. In fact, leave them at the door. Throw them in the bin. Who cares? Just to tell you about the bowls that the players will be using. Darren Burnett will be using... Is that Taylor? Thomas Taylor, sorry. Thomas Taylor size 4s. And Catherine Rendell will be using Henselite Tiger size 3s. And then Paul Foster will be using the Aeros size 4, sorry. And Rebecca Field is using Drake's Pride XP, size 3 heavy. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon once again. Welcome to the second of our pairs semi-finals this afternoon here in the International Arena at Potters Resort for the continuation of the World Indoor Bowls Championships 2016. Let's bring out the players. First out, world ranked number 7, former World Indoor Singles Champion Darren Burnett, with his pairs partner, former Ladies World Match Play Champion, Catherine Rendell. And playing Darren and Catherine, please welcome world rank number 2, 4 times world indoor champion Paul Foster MBE, and his pairs partner, the 2013 Ladies Match Play Champion Rebecca Field. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's over to the commentary box now, and I'll leave you in the more than capable hands of Mr. David Corkill.
Thank you, Sean. And in the comms box with me for this match is Chris Eady. Irish international players played in the pairs already. here at Potter's Leisure Resort, so knows the rink very well.
Good afternoon, David. Pleased to be here and witness another good match.
Semi-final of the mixed pairs. The winners will play Julie Forrest and Alex Marshall, who won 2-0 in the previous game. Hard game, tight game, but they just got over the line. Alex was exceptional and Julie played some very, very good balls as well, I have to say.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Marker for this match is Alan Thornhill, very experienced marker. There's a little bit of disturbance there. Get started.
Maybe she could hear you there, David. You know.
Definitely not. We're
Put anybody off?
completely sealed. We are in this.
Great start, Rebecca. Excellent.
Front toucher. First ball.
Great feeling as a lead that, David, just to get your first ball close.
Good effort. Good effort. Good start.
Again.
No shot clock required for the pairs events, just in the singles. But the players are mic'd up, so we should be able to hear some of the comments and hopefully some of the instructions.
Come on. Finish this. Finish this. Good effort. Good effort.
Just tried to make the adjustment and dropping a little bit in the short side.
One green.
Interesting to see Darren Burnett play here, David. I find him very entertaining at times. Plays a wide range of shots and does what's needed to get over the line a lot of the time.
All on pace now, Paul. Run it out. Not quite got the legs. Yard. So yard down, that one.
Darren will be tempted with this just to try and get the ball onto the ball or ball onto
Yeah,
Jack.
just the one. Still get that edge in there, helps you in.
He's a little bit on the positive side.
Good track, I think. Very good effort, just bend. Move, quicker. It's good, helps a lot, well done.
And set up the plant to take the ball out.
Hanging on for the one.
Again, David, you saw the bend coming very late
Really
there.
fancy in there, you beat.
I was just listening to what the players were saying there for a moment. Yes, that backhand has a tendency to hold off a little bit.
Just hurry now. Every roll.
Well, that gives Darren an even better opportunity here to play ball onto it.
Yeah. How much of it gets? Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, that split's good as well, isn't it? So it does the same job. Yeah.
As expected, David. Darren's taking the opportunity straight away.
Down hard now.
No, it's not going to get back.
Great try.
No, just needed to be ball tighter for that.
One shot, Field and Foster. forgetting. Jack length 26.5 metres.
There you get Bex. Good start here. Over the bike. Yep, very good.
All these players will be using strong bias balls. It's become evident that
Down.
this green is a rink
Down you
is
come. Just wide wide.
really not helping
Looks good.
unless it's
Yep, something similar.
got a ball that will make centre rink. Anything that's straight is a problem.
Absolutely, David. Even ourselves in the pairs had to make a couple of changes. Once we were on the rink, you found out that you had to get back to the middle. You needed a strong bias ball.
Okay.
Drop inside your own, you get the shot. This line looks good. This line looks very good. Great ball here. Great ball.
One red.
Oh, we lost Mr. Cork.
Paul Foster just looking to try and drop in on his own ball.
How far can you get back, Paul?
Yep. Wants to drop in off the back
Right
green one
down
for
now.
a good
Up
second
you
if he
get.
can't
Up
make the
right
shot.
again. Up, up.
Oh, that's very
Ooh,
close.
think so.
Very
One
close.
down.
And see Paul
Very
Foster's
similar
actually
to the
changed
last.
his balls.
One down. Yeah.
He was using the Aero Groove and now he's using the Sonic.
Great try here.
Looking for the stronger bias to get him back into centre rink on the
Run.
regular occasion. This is close from Darren.
Run. Well played, Darren. Mate,
Good
that.
stuff.
Well done.
That's a brilliant ball.
2 red.
Yeah, 2 down.
Paul does have back position here, David. It might tempt him being 2 down already. He heads 2 balls wide, plus the jack, I suppose.
I'd be very unlucky to do any more damage.
Should take one away if you catch
Yeah,
that.
it's a damage limitation shot because if he does hit it and the jack goes onto the respot position, there's plenty of room for Darren to draw a single, but he'll be trying to get this down just to 1 shot.
There's a slight chance that one of the red balls could take his own back out, which would mean he wouldn't
Like it.
lie on the spot.
On target.
He's played it with sensible weight.
Well played.
Great
Very
result.
good. Well played.
Good ball, got the 2 of them out, and unfortunately for him, he's just run off a little bit and should leave Darren more than enough room. Good strike, everything moved, line a couple of green,
Lose one.
Yeah.
but as Paul was walking up, he said we'll lose one, so
Nicely down there.
I think playing that shot, that was going to happen.
Cork thought it was good as well. Good here.
Just trying to play across the line,
Well done.
looking for
Run.
good weight.
Hurry.
Just needs to hurry a little bit though. Ooh, I'm not sure if that's made it. Paul Foster was ready to walk away, but it's just in.
One red.
1 shot, red number next.
There's a lot further than that.
I've seen a couple of times, David, that displaced jacks can be difficult to get to. You're not 100% sure what the line is.
Set score 1-1 after 2 ends.
Well, the difficulty, and this is where it comes from, is that once the jack's off centre,
Yeah.
you're playing across the line, you go into that underneath the line, which whips away very quickly, and you don't want to do that. You're still having to green the ball. I'm surprised he played it that way. I thought he would have played it the other side, but Catherine, I think that jack's running on
Jack
a little
length,
bit more than what
28
she
metres.
expected.
Next time, okay.
Get back.
Well, this will
Back
come
and run.
back, or should do.
Start
This
backs.
is a strong
Very
bias
good.
ball.
Come on, keep coming. Keep coming here. Great line too.
Just needs to hurry. It's very close.
It's a great effort.
And roll it again. This is great, Bex. All the way back now. Very good. Excellent.
Yep, you're going to get the first ball in, and the next one you just want it slightly behind, and that's good.
Down.
Excellent.
One green.
We won the egg. Hooray. Won the egg. Lovely road, I think.
Never quite
Very
sure
good
what
effort
you're
here.
going to get with Darren
Slip
Burnett in
round it.
terms of facial
Round
expressions.
it. Well played, Darren.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another really
Brilliant.
good ball. Pushed his own would have been good, but even better
That's
to
a
get around
shot
it.
ball. Are you fancying there underneath, coming back off mine, or lift the ball on the forehand?
Just looks a backhand to me there. David.
Oh, he left the ball in the forehand.
Don't know what you're saying.
Are we having translation issues?
Speak up. Is it a backhand shot? Or
Yeah, I favour the backhand. Just on a draw, really. Coming underneath Catherine's if you do get back off mine for the jack.
It's quite spoken, Bex. Just tell the 4 times world champion what to do, and he'll do his best.
Bend hard.
He's not going to get back in time,
Oh,
but he'd
really
better
good
to
effort
clear
there.
it.
Real
Yep,
good effort.
and just leave it at the back there. That's a
Another
useful
yard
one.
now. Draw to the tee. You split them all.
Well, have to be thinking
If
about
he gets
what.
the plant, your bowl locks on that green one. So Jack's probably going out anyway.
You're always looking to see what the opposition's going to play and trying to anticipate it.
Yeah.
You never take a risk that a player will miss a shot.
Certainly not at this level, David.
Good.
It's not a recipe for winning a match. That, you know, Catherine was saying about the plant there, but there is a gap between the bowls, so it's hard to predict what way they'll go.
I think so. I thought it was pretty good actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Bring it down. Went out the forehand.
Yeah.
East-west, it's not north-west. It needs to be north-south.
I thought Paul might go stiffer this
Chances,
time.
Paul. Both of them.
Oh, he's unlucky. And Darren will be thinking, wasn't I clever? Putting the back one in the perfect position. And if Paul
One
had a
shot,
split
red
off the
number
ball and got
next.
the edge of the jack, he'd have been looking at 3 shots. But good cover ball by Darren.
Set score 2-1 after 3 ends.
Just
Jack length 29 metres.
There's a big crowd in today, David. I watched this morning's game from the stands and could barely get a seat.
As we're coming into the Real
Start,
business now.
Catherine. Good start here.
Getting to the latter stages
All the
of
way
all the
back.
competitions that
Very
are being
good.
run. A lot of people would have come here and been signed in for the week.
Yeah, good reply, Bex. Yeah, good start. Well done.
Again here. Just finish away now. Finish as strong as you can. Very good.
As Darren just calling in as strong as you can.
Go.
Excellent
Yep.
leading.
Draw that off.
That's good stuff.
Hurry before you go. Hurry before you go, Bex. Hurry.
Trying to get it up to the red ball. Fourth
it.
bounce away and made it. Oh, it's a cracking ball. Makes the back run very useful as well.
1 green.
It's a worrying call that from a skip. Hurry before you go. You think you're going under rapidly.
Well, it's the nature of the ball. She's using the XPs, Drake's Pride. She's using their normally seen as an outdoor ball or a slow green indoor ball, and this rink is just hanging off a little bit, so they're perfect for it. But every manufacturer's got a model that will work here. Players just need to try them out. There's Darren's bowler bowling. Oh, he's really pulling in with this. Look at this. Oh, great effort.
Surrounded.
Oh, it is.
1 green.
I hope you're not going to ask me what to do.
I was just about to ask you there, David. What should you do?
Can you get a touch that to give
Yeah,
two away?
you
Two
can't
away.
go near
Yeah.
it. That's the problem. You know, he either tries to block Darren on what he thinks he's going to play, or just stay away. One or the other. The advantage of the block shot is it might force Darren into playing a bit more weight, but
Blocker. That's supposed to be a blocker.
exactly. I thought he might play a blocker, and that's supposed to be a blocker, but it's just hanging off. There's no way that's going to stop Darren getting into it.
Might catch his eye.
Well, yeah.
Exactly, and Paul's right in what he's saying. It might just catch his eye on delivery, and that's really not in the way. But you can play it either side, forehand or backhand, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that was always going to be the problem with the blocker.
The jack could go anywhere. Yeah. Yep. Great try. Hang about now. Hang about. Hold. Hold. Hold.
Take that one.
One and run.
Take the one and run. Yeah. Good effort.
1 shot, Field and Foster. Set score 2-2 after 4 ends.
Quick. Hey, win quick. The end. Finish. Yep, there's nicking it.
Well, it's all very friendly. Singles all the way. 2-all. 9-end set, of course. Another 9-end set after this with a 3-end tiebreak if needed. As you were saying, Chris, it's a big crowd here. So they really do enjoy the mixed competition.
Jack length 26
I
metres.
was out talking to a few people in between matches, and they said they did love to see the ladies pit their wits against the men.
Yes, if it was the ladies' pairs against the men's pairs, that would be the case. But because it's mixed, it's slightly different. But two good players here, and the front end both have won the ladies' match play, so they're excellent drawers, and we are setting up the heads to allow their world-class skips to do the business.
Further.
Yeah, it's been reflected in the score so far, David, of singles. You don't see too many counts at this level.
Yeah, a bit of height.
Too much, I think.
Settle a touch.
Probably just down. Throw the shot.
Felt a bit off as well. Copy and have.
Fine. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, don't use just square it up the tube. Red Bull surely ups. It's just off to about 1 or 2 o'clock. It should be
Right, back in now, Paul. Settle in. Down you get. Well done.
just move across on the balance. Keep up. You see there's a twist
Okay.
Yeah, that's a twist.
Just a foot, Paul. Just behind.
A little bit looser this end. Paul will be looking to nail it here.
Yeah, that would be very, very useful. Yeah.
Down a decent track again.
Just to run.
Pass the front. Right.
I think it's only one. Might be wrong. Hang on now.
Just Darren trying to sneak around the front one. It's a big bias ball he's got.
Stay high now.
Can he stay high?
On.
We has.
Right, Darren.
Whoa. Millimetres in the way past.
One shot, red number net. Set score 3-2 after 5 ends. Jack length 29 metres.
I don't
All
think
the
I've
way.
sent that.
A couple of feet.
Right up. Good backs. Good start.
Well, 4 ends to go. The lead bangs one right on it.
Give the silly yard.
Front toucher gives you a lot of control over the head.
Yes, we're really looking now for a good second.
Nice line this time. Come on, keep coming. Good effort. Good effort.
Well, it is a good second, but it's in front of the jack, which means that really Rebecca needs to be behind here. A foot or two behind is really, really good. Nothing for short. Here it comes. We've got a big bend with this now.
Get back. It was great. That's good though. Very good.
So happy with that.
Yep, that's handy there. Maybe another foot or so would have been better, but it's you wouldn't argue with those two bowls. Paul will be happy to have that every end. Becca's first ball, just dropping in.
Hurry up now. line.
Yeah, Darren hasn't too much option other than a draw. Paul will be trying to make 2 here, put the pressure on.
Not quite right, I think. Run now.
No, she's struggling as well.
Yard, really.
Both players knew they weren't reaching. It's going to be hard to beat this now on the draw. There's no development on it. No shoulders to work off.
Looks further, I think. Very good try. Run now. Hurry home. Hurry. Hurry.
Well, you always know when they're shouting to hurry that it's not
Great
quite
try.
right.
2 balls short length, that. Yeah, favour you there. How far can you get back? Keep coming. Down you get.
Yeah, Paul. Well, he's really playing on the safe side, trying to let that ball drift in. That's just the one it is. That'll level the scores again.
Set score 3-3 after 6 ends.
Bless you.
Should have turned my mic on.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Well, mid-length, 26.5 metres, down in this favoured forehand away from our commentary position. Never seen this hand being played so much in my life.
Good Bex, good start. Very good.
It's proven to be the more manageable of the two.
I think there's a larger margin of error on that side, David, which is why especially the leads will favour it.
Big swing for home. Good effort.
Yeah, the backhand's still playable, but just hard when you push it out to get the ball back centre rink. Forehand much more accommodating for the right-hander.
Heavier.
Still on that high line, I think.
Well, better on the high line than being underneath it.
It's very similar.
Yeah, still made centre rink there, David.
Too similar, I think.
One green.
Well, it's a good ball, but it's locked the green ball in. Well, it looks like it's locked it in, but you could probably just get it out on the high side at half ball.
I'd say it depends where Paul puts his ball, depends what Darren will do with his.
Still on pace. Down you get. Start to get back. Come on. Yep. Should make the 2. You're in.
It's a ball short.
I thought Darren may have a go at that, but there is enough room for the draw, and he's backing himself.
Hurry. Great try.
Bex, is that in,
Just
yeah?
hanging off in that backhand, David.
Yeah, you just don't want to get caught in the back of yours. If you did sit off it, you wouldn't count.
Well, as I said before, it just holds off there.
You're
Yeah.
sort of a ball and a half short.
Paul's not sure about this.
2 green.
I don't want to catch that either.
No.
Just
Yeah, stick with it.
if I catch it, I catch it.
Yeah.
Safer side.
Certainly in N7, David, you don't want to be giving your opponent anything. So Paul playing the forehand here.
Well, he said it's a safer side, and you know, he really doesn't want to be coming off and bringing the jack back with a foot of weight by accident. So better to play the forehand, try and dip in between the balls if he can. Needed to drop, I think.
Potentially. It's close, that one.
Be interested to see what Darren plays here after he obviously liked his draw and it's hung wide. May tempt him to play stiffer.
I think that's what the worry is, if he plays the same ball and gets caught on his own or doesn't make it back, whereas the percentage shot is to play into it. Now, there is a back green ball, but he'll not worry about that because that's just one. If he gets it absolutely right, jack clean, he might catch the green ball on the way through and push it off the rink. If that's the case, then he'll pick up a 3.
Yeah, I certainly think Darren will go for this. Sort of shot he's known for.
Very close.
Close to something here, ball and then jack. Oh, he got the jack now. Is he going to stay with it? He's pushed another ball. One of his balls has gone off the rink.
This one's dead,
Yeah, just one. Well done.
He'd be absolutely ecstatic
One
to score a shot there.
Burnett.
Yeah, it's a good result. He was on target. Maximum result out of it by picking up a single.
Set score 4-3 after
It's
7.
just when you're coming off a ball like that, you're not really quite sure where the jack's going to go or your own ball on the way through, but keeping this pattern of singles.
Yeah.
Catherine be thinking now if she can just absolutely stone the jack here, try and score a single, 2 up playing the last, you would take that.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Keep running. Keep running. Oh, it is. That line's
Sorry.
good.
No, she knew that out of the hand, and that's actually a good sign because the last thing we want to be thinking is that that was close. The fact that it's dropped a yard short is good.
Ooh.
Keep rising.
There's a
Sorry,
dip
Paul.
inside,
Okay, it's all right.
yeah, caught on it. And
Yours is still 2.5 feet down.
Right.
You'll go around it.
Catherine doesn't take much. Yep, right. Okay, let's get on with it. Wouldn't like to give her lots of instructions. Ball will be halfway up the rink.
Looks very good here.
She knew what she was doing anyway. Drawn it in nicely.
Oh, over green, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, just asking a little bit too much. Will come back. A good distance, but never enough to the jack.
It was good.
One red.
One of those ends, David, you feel whoever gets the jack first will score.
Track's good, I think. Easy now. Easy now. Great try. Only just gone. Favour the 2.
Paul would really like to draw this with the first one to try and get the scores level. He has got last delivery, but he'd be very happy to take a single. And that's
Steady.
one looking really
Steady.
good.
Yeah.
Just needs to stop, and it has.
One down.
He might well change down onto the forehand.
I think I'd be inclined to try and turn the bowl away down there. If you get a piece on the jack, it's good.
Yep. Instructions from Catherine there, would wholeheartedly agree with.
Oh, it looks under. Yeah. He knew out of the hand that it wasn't quite right.
Well, he's made hard work of that side.
Again, he won't want to give anything away by playing the forehand.
Closed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
there is a faint line inside it, but
the backhand just doesn't
better
look
off
too
there.
clever now, and they
Don't need
Paul
to
will
beat mine
accept
by
the
a
fact
lot.
that the
Get
forehand's
to your own,
better.
get another.
Push it out on the old high line, let it drift back.
He's played it
On
safe.
pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
That's
blame
all
him
right, one or
really.
two,
Any
maybe.
touching the jack, it wasn't good.
One shot, Field and Foster.
So one end shootout. Single shots all the way.
Set score
And,
4-4.
somebody's going to win the
after
set
8
unless it's a tied measure or the two balls are touching the jack. That's the only way we'll have an end that's played and no score. So we should have a winner here.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Again, no one taking the risk of going very short. 26.5, mid-length.
Just a run.
I suppose, dear, if you are concerned about your ball getting back to the middle, the short length's not where you want to be.
Yeah. 2 feet.
Yeah, well, they're using strong bias balls. It shouldn't cause an issue for them. It's a normal thought that if you're playing against somebody with a straight ball, you go short because they struggle to get back to the jack. And when you've got against a big bias ball, you have a tendency to go long, so they have to push it out wide and might miss their line. It doesn't really appear to work that way.
Okay.
The way this rink's playing.
Very similar. Gap 7 inches.
Advantage red at the moment with another one to be slipped in.
Sent it. Line's really good here. Only a run in. Come on, right back. Right back. Very good.
Catherine's done her bit here.
Yep, that's all you can do. Just
Two
beat
red.
your opposition.
Yeah.
Again, she probably thought she was closer with this one and just held off.
Yeah. Yeah. He's off Catherine's again, don't you?
You just hope that your skip does the business. It's not always the case, David.
That is true. That is true. You can only go to the well to pick out a good ball to save your team a number of times. You can't do it all the time. Interesting change of hand for Paul. Thought he might have played the forehand to rest the ball,
Right
but
back now, Paul.
he's got a bit of work to do this one.
Wait, spot.
Near
Straighten.
enough length, that one.
Absolutely. Good weight, and I'm certain Paul thought that would have come back all
Yeah,
the
near
way.
enough, just slightly short.
So he's going to have set lie against him when he plays his last one. Ideal shot for Darren would be just to drop in on the backhand. That's why he's looking at it. But he really doesn't want to give the shot away. So play safe.
Yeah, I think if Darren even finishes slightly short on the forehand, he's going to force Paul to play the backhand again. And
Right here.
when you've thrown
Come
one
on
down
now.
that you think's good, it's hard to
All of
adjust.
this. All the way down.
Wants a closer ball.
All the way
Yeah.
down.
Oh, he's got it. Played it well. Choices to Paul. Try and draw within 3 inches or just run the jack through a bit. He's got the back position.
3 red.
But it's a really tidy ball.
Front green's not helping the runner.
No. Well, he's definitely played it on a inside line. This is all about good weight now. I think his line's perfect here. Has to hurry though.
Run.
Yeah, just under the weight.
3. Yeah.
3 shots, the first set. To Redknapp and Burnett.
That was a quality first set, David.
Yes, good bowling. No doubt about that. Haven't really seen the fireworks I expected. We haven't had a lot of drives or conversion shots. There's been a lot of good drawing, though. (7-4). Well, it sort of flatters a little bit with that 3 because it really was a match where one shot was the difference between the two teams. But we're in the second set.
That's all right.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Come on, good start here. Very good.
Once again, another good ball, and just looking back at that first set, really Darren's last ball was crucial because that forced Paul into playing the perfect draw. Just narrowed the jack down a little bit. So that was very much the key shot.
Back. Try.
Right.
Just keep drop out your own, you're very good.
Hope I've shoved that.
Great track.
Not convinced.
Come on, you're still coming. Last wee bit. Not far off.
Sorry.
Okay.
One far away. Same again. Run.
Ooh, just needs to dip now. It's very close. Good effort.
2 good balls there, though.
Oh, lovely weight to turn that jack.
Sorry.
1 red.
Yeah.
Well, setting up a good position here for Paul Foster. It's going to be hard enough for Darren to cover those 2 balls.
Get down now. Get down. That's good, well done.
Still a useful ball, but it wasn't what he was after.
It's going to slip by as well, I think. All right. Okay.
Lose a yard, you're all over it.
See the line out.
Better here, I think.
Still quick.
Any turn now.
He's got a chance here and needs just to drop back onto it.
It's okay, splits the 3.
Drop a yard.
Just over a yard.
Sorry, madam. Yes. Okay, pretty good.
Got to be close.
All right.
1-1.
1 shot, Rednall and Burnett. Jack length 29 metres.
Settle in. Good opener. Yeah, very good.
Anything within a foot is good.
foot.
Big swing. Okay.
Quicker, sorry.
Beat your own, you get the shot.
Just pushed it through. I've just been looking really for to beat the green ball at the front would have been good.
Close this time. Close specs. Well played.
So it's reassuring when you hear your skip call your ball good halfway up.
One green.
Yes, it's line the shot. The danger's behind, obviously, but always happy to see the shot ball arrive in. Hope your opponent doesn't get it with the first one.
Great try here. Just turn. Oh. Think you were that quick.
It's hard to read sometimes, even when you're on the rink. Catherine thought that was close, and it trucked on through about 3 feet.
It's one of those heads, David, as a skip. You want to be there to turn the jack or get to the ball. But if you slip through too much, you won't get back.
Oh, well, Paul's missed the chance for cover. Dropping short, and certainly expect Darren to be there this time. Wait. Danger is trying to trail the jack, as you overplay it all the time. Sometimes you just have to take the weight off and hope to draw the shot. Oh, took too much off.
You're further than that. Still there, Paul.
Catherine didn't know the first one was actually heavy, and didn't know the second one was short. So maybe two different lines, and that can happen. You know, it's you're trying to read the balls coming down. It's not always easy.
Expect Paul to take his chance here.
Well done. You're in.
That'll do. Close for the third.
Just measure it if you're not sure.
Yeah, quick take.
Nice ball, just dropping in. Spare shot opportunity. Well executed. Get Mike Davies out to sort out the third ball.
2 green and a measure.
Paul's absolutely right. If there's any problems there, just get the umpire out. That's what they're there to do. And they're very good at it. Little box measure being used for this measure. Anything over about 6-8 inches, they normally bring the box measure out.
They're certainly very proficient, Davy, and very efficient and very quick, so it doesn't hold the game up that long.
2 shots, Field and Foster.
2 it is. There's many versions of the little box measures. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they have a steel tape in them, and others have a corded tapes. They all come from the original design back in the early 1900s. Well, derivatives of that.
There's bound to be an electronic or digital version you could use now, David, I would have thought.
Has been. Got 2 of them at home. Sonic measures, they were called.
Sounds like something from the 80s, David.
That's precisely when they were there, about the 80s. A sonic measure, and you placed a little box with the 2 beams of light in between the jack and the ball, and sent a beam of light out to both, and came back and made a measurement.
Couldn't have been very good, David.
Great idea, totally useless. But they're very good for holding books up.
It's pretty good.
So I've got 2 of them sitting at home.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris, whenever my time comes and I leave this mortal earth, can you imagine trying to sort out for the bowl stuff in my place?
Well, I hope
Loft is full of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, similar.
I'd hope they'd leave it all to me.
It's in the will, mate. You're getting it all.
Keep on in.
Good luck.
Very good.
Good ball. Just dropping in to tidy up that rather loose head.
Some would say it would be the only way I could get a medal, David.
That's harsh. Only your wife says that. She's the one with all the medals. We know that. I think you've been getting a bit of grief on Facebook about that today.
Phone hasn't stopped.
Yep. I should explain that Cleena Edie, who's through to the semi-final
Right
ladies
now.
world match play, is Chris's
Down you
wife.
go. Sit. Not quite, I don't think.
It's a bowl pass.
And the fact that she's won so much makes her the more successful player on the international stage, and of course he gets a lot of grief about it.
I don't know.
I'm happy to take it, David.
Every now and you're
No
really good.
choice. Here it comes. Just needs to hurry to get onto the ball.
Run. Not far. Put to count.
Just a little.
Sit your own.
You'll still be disappointed with that, David. It was there to turn his own or turn the green.
Push that.
Oh, Paul. If he knows he hasn't pushed it, then there's a fair chance it's going to drop short.
Still rolling.
No.
No, it's.
Stick out.
It's whether he gets in for second or third, David, because this ball's very vulnerable looking.
I would suggest that ball being pushed out is worth 4. That's what Darren's coming down to look at.
Hold the one, so.
One red.
I tell you, if you were playing Darren Burnett in an international game, you would be very worried about now.
Yeah.
Yes, he'll whiz that out, I think. He can afford to take it out and run off the head, so it doesn't really matter what weight he plays.
Yeah.
It's a really good conversion shot. Only slight dangers being a little bit wide and getting the green ball into the head. So he may not go full blast at it. Yeah, that's why he's trying to control it. He's got the front plant as well, but he is holding one. He doesn't want to give the shot away.
Go away now.
Yep, go away now. That's it. Dive, dive, dive.
One, yeah.
One shot, Redknapp and Burnett.
If you're not going to get the shot, you want to make sure you miss the whole thing.
Just bring the front of the mat
Good match,
onto
this.
that seam.
Interesting
Yeah.
stuff.
Set score 2-2 after 3 ends.
Yeah, they're both evenly matched as well, which always helps.
This mixed pairs is only 8 pairs, of course, in it, but top 16 come together. Sorry, the top 8 come together with the ladies
Jack length 28 metres.
from the match play and make up the pairs. Whilst it's a very small and limited field, it's a very high quality field. That's the whole point of it. You've got the top players playing in it. So nothing's easy.
Good start. Just a couple of feet.
Well done, good start.
Closer.
Why?
Settle. Settle a bit. Good effort.
Judy Potter is to the right there, and floral jacket tonight.
Run, Bex. Hurry, hurry. Run.
Found the line as well.
Sorry, I didn't think I was tight.
I didn't realise, David, they run competitions, so you can guess what Mrs. Potter's going to be wearing.
Yes, absolutely. It runs throughout the tournament, and all for charity, of course. That's the whole idea behind it. Always has been, and Potter family do a lot for charity in the local area in particular.
Good try here. We'll just get some turn. We'll round it then.
Catherine knows what she really cannot read these balls.
Last.
Inside, outside. Well, just get rounded, that'll do. It's worked, it looks like it's the shot. Now, Paul, if you've got the weight on this because the line's good.
On your pace. Another roll. Yep. Shot ball. Well done.
Well done for that.
One green.
Whenever there's a collection of balls they got behind the head, Darren's always looking to convert.
Well, he's a good weights player. He skips for Scotland, and trouble with this one is it's a great big gap there to go through, and green ball on the red would cost him 3 shots. There's only 1 against him at the moment, and so he has to be a little bit careful. There is a draw on the forehand. It'll touch the jack, and it'll bring it out into the open. Could draw it in the backhand, but it's very difficult. Has to drop inside the green ball.
I think given the score, a draw is the right shot here.
So he's just going to try and make it inside the green ball.
So it should be all right. Very close here.
Yeah, this will start to bend
Get up
now. Should be
Hurry.
inside it.
Hurry the last bit. Run. 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 Well played.
Yep, that one was encouraged all the way down and played the perfect draw. Well, when you're this good, it's what you do.
One red.
Whenever you see these players running
2.5
after a ball,
inches
David,
off.
it's time to get worried.
Nothing but a draw, I don't think. Any contact.
Yes, they
Jack's back.
don't expend any energy that's not required. Difficult for Paul, no back position, so he has to try and draw this.
Steady.
I think he's just trying to make sure he was there, dropping round it.
Come back.
Yeah. 15 inches past.
One shot. Rednall in Burnett.
Both players will be happy to exchange ones at this point.
3-2. 4 ends played.
Set score 3-2 after 4 ends. Jack length 28 metres.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing up there.
Turn. Okay. A foot.
Yard.
Lose a foot.
I'm just trying to drop a foot off the weight, and that's not easy. Yep, just chucking through.
Depending how you're playing, David, sometimes I would just move on the mat to the back of the mat, and that's an attempt to play the same ball.
That'll drop off 6 inches anyway. If you're not right at the front, the mat, of course, is 24 inches long, 14 inches wide.
Down. Well done, Bex.
Sorry, I was better than that.
One green.
We'll be line for it. here. Not far away at all. Bend as hard as you like now. Well played. Bend.
The ball responded to your request there, David.
Just an inch gap or so. A draw if you want to play 3. We do have the respot over here.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah, I think I'll. Yeah.
big drawing ball that Darren's using, just getting right back. All the players using it. Paul attacking this time, trying to flick the ball or get the jack out into the open. Oh, it's just under.
Okay, bowl out, that's all.
I think I'd be inclined to go over there now.
Nice weight. We'll have to cover on the respot.
Anything down this side's good. Come now. Further the better. Well done, good.
That's good enough. Now the jack.
Up to you, go again if you like.
Either side doesn't favour Paul Foster, but the ball out does. Going again. Oh, he looks under then. Yep. He's played more weight this time. It's holding a little bit more.
That didn't miss by much.
No, but he knew it was missing.
One shot, Redknapp,
And that's quite impressive in itself.
Set score 4-2 after 5 ends.
Did certainly seem to hold up a lot, but he had more weight on that one. So 4-2 after 5 ends. Chase for home, 4 ends to go.
Jack length 28 metres.
All the way up. All the way up here. Good start. Very good.
Back. Back, Bex. Very good. Well done.
Good reply here from Rebecca.
No, that's good stuff. Nicely in behind the jack.
Yeah, last ball's a shot.
Just on the edge now for Rebecca and Paul. Won't want to lose too many more shots.
You're about 7 inches short, about a 2.5, 3 inch gap.
Catherine and Darren can draw the set to get through.
On pace here, Catherine. Great line to come in on. Great line to come in on. Back of the jack.
Close this time. Bull first. Didn't need it.
On the jack, yep.
Bull first would have been dropping back on the jack. That would have made a double.
Down. Down.
Close again.
Well played, Bex.
That's a great bowling.
Nice little punch out. That's where the difference was with when I was looking at Catherine's ball, thinking if she got to the jack, dropped back on it, it would have been so much nicer and tidier. And Bex got right into it with her second ball.
Any lead we'll be happy with that head, David.
It's hard to tell who's lying there. It's we'll get the rings organised at some stage and we'll get that in there. This is close for 2 balls.
Hold, hold. Well played.
Yeah, that's it. Clean the whole lot away. That tidies up everything.
Zone toucher in the ditch as well.
That's leaving Paul probably about 8 inches to draw the shot.
You get back from there. Right in now.
Well, he should bend a lot of it.
Down.
Here it comes. Ooh.
Not quite, I don't think.
Still there for 1. There's a bowl short.
Must be careful here. He doesn't want to touch his own front ball. That would drop
Well,
away.
you don't want to be sticking down there, do you? I'd draw there. If you draw to the tee, you've got another.
The backhand. You're saying there, Catherine, you don't want to stick there. If you touch the green ball, you'll give the shot away.
The bend is so late on that backhand, David. That is a big risk.
It's too tight a game to take a chance.
Great
So,
hurry.
good
Hurry
high
on
line
this.
here from
Hurry.
Darren.
Run. Run. Yeah, well done.
Could be. And Paul might be tempted with a runner now.
2 down, Paul.
Yeah, even if he gets balls onto the jack,
Yeah,
he'd only
I
lose
think
one
so
with the
too.
toucher.
Oh, very close here. Edge of jack. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, it's not a big gap, but he managed to make it.
Favour 2, but yeah, 2. Yeah.
And those are the sort of shots. that
2
cost-
shots, Redknapp and
cost
Burnett.
matches. It just looked so good for such a long time, and well, that was definitely a key ball.
Set score 6-2 after 6 ends.
I think it was wide.
Well, we can see where the success rates are, and the
28.5
Burnett
metres.
Redknapp on the 25, 27 metres, 83%. So they'll be looking for mid-length all the time.
All in pace. Line's very good. All the way. All the way.
Wasn't sure if you had enough on that, but I would say that's pretty good.
I'd be happy with that, David.
So would I.
Okay, stay up.
Line a good one. Anything beating that's good.
Yep.
Very nice flow to Catherine's delivery, David.
Yep, very easy, very relaxed.
Back to the middle. Very good.
This is good.
Very good.
Perfect.
When you've one on the jack, the next one a foot or so behind is just brilliant.
All the way back. Jeez. See that?
Incredible.
What did this?
Straight, yeah.
One red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, rest the green ball. If you miss it, you come between the two. That's a double shot option on the forehand. No sense in playing the backhand and making it bigger.
Hurry now. Hurry, all of this.
Just wants to make it on the ball. Well, that's okay. Hasn't made it any wider. Maybe just an inch or so.
That's 2, Paul.
It's 2.
2, yeah.
No, need to attack that.
Really can't afford to lose a shot here. He must score at least one. On the runner, looking for a front plant or the jack.
Gotta be in the
The plant looks good for the two balls if he gets it right. Oh, too solid. Needed it half ball on the wide
Still there
side.
for the 1.
Hit it solid ball, and that
Very
just
close to
locked in the
second.
front one.
I,
He has an interesting position now, though, with the 2 balls at the pack.
Well, I think Darren needs to look at this because the jack's readily available, and if it was to go through, you could make 3, and
yeah.
you know that's what Darren's looking at, the back position. Ball goes out, not a disaster. Back position well. You don't want to be losing 3 shots at this stage. Yeah, that's the idea.
Back. Best result. Yeah, we've got the respot there. So it does fly.
However, David, it may be worth leaving a tempter because if Paul is 1 ball wide, he's taking his own out.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those ones where
if you cover, Paul draws a shot.
yes, you know, but I don't think we'll worry about losing a single with 2 ends to go. You know, Green then had to score 4 shots, but you really don't want to lose a 3. Darren Burnett now 39, policeman from Arbroath.
Hit it. Far as you like now. Far as you like now.
Paul Foster, 42.
Run. Good,
He's
well done.
part owner of a taxi company in Troon in Scotland. And
Go again.
international
Go again,
colleagues,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Gold medal winners from Glasgow. Both married with 2 kids.
Oh dear.
Oh,
dear.
he's looking at his own. What you're talking about, Chris. Oh, there's a chance of taking that out, and that's exactly what he's done. And he knew that halfway down. He was saying, oh dear.
4 shots, second set, and the match.
That's it all over. That 1 ball going out. That was the risk of playing that shot, and has taken it away. The 4 shots means it's 10-2 in the second set. And we'd no need to play the last 2 because the best they could do is draw the set. It's all over by courtesy of the first set at 7-4. It's Catherine Redknapp and Darren Burnett through to the final, and I have to say they played very well indeed.